Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. And so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a very interesting place for a number of reasons. And so this place is Yakutia or Yakutsk, which is the capital city of the Sakha Republic of Russia. And it's actually within the area of Siberia on the eastern side of Russia. And Russia is an absolutely massive country. It's actually the largest country by actual landmass. And here, this is where Yakutia is. So it's really remote, I would say, and definitely cold. So temperatures within Yakutia have gone down to as low as negative 71 degrees Celsius or negative 96 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's probably going even lower than that as well. So bottom line, it's practically dangerous for you to actually be outside. And so that's the first and most interesting thing about this place is that it's extremely cold. And there's actually people there. As of 2010 census, there was like 958,528 people there. So basically about 1 million people in the coldest city in the world. But the second thing that's definitely interesting about this and makes it the hottest city in the world, in my opinion, is the number of views that it gets on YouTube. And that's really what I want to talk about today. Because if you type in Yakutia or Yakutsk, you see that the top video, which was published 5 months ago, has 28 million views, which is absolutely insane. And there's many other videos with hundreds of thousands or millions of views. And so if we go here to this top video, it currently has 28,117,020 views. And this particular channel has 405,000 subscribers. So definitely not a small channel by any means, but as you can tell, here's an ad here. They're probably doing pretty well just from the ads alone. But it's not just large subscriber channels as well. So this channel right here, she has about 78,000 subscribers. She published this on October 16, 2021, which at the time of this video is a little less than a month. And she has more than 6 million views and climbing. So that is absolutely insane. And also, it allows me to do a test, which is really what I wanted to focus on today. Because if you spend any time on YouTube, what you really want to do is have your videos show up here on the suggested or recommended side of YouTube. Because for the vast majority of YouTube content creators out here, if you get your videos here, you're going to get the most views and subscribers. And this is where your channel could actually just become viral, just blow up, especially if YouTube is constantly recommending your videos here. Now, in the past, it was way easier for your videos to show up here. But over the years, the YouTube algorithm has changed, and it's really been difficult for your videos to show up here. Now, I myself have had multiple videos show up here on the suggested or recommended area. And that's really how my channel grew. So if I actually go back to my oldest videos, most of these videos that have had more than 100,000 views or thousands of views have been because the fact that I got shown on the suggested recommended area, and it's because of the YouTube algorithm. And so even though I highly recommend that you try to produce the best videos that you can, use all the marketing, thumbnails, tags, and titles and descriptions that you can, at the end of the day, the YouTube algorithm is the largest factor in whether or not your channel grows and whether or not your videos gets views. And at least for me, things have definitely changed because nowadays, instead of getting thousands of views, I normally get 100 to 200 views on my videos, even though I currently have more than 16,000 subscribers. And in the past, I got way more views. Now, the majority of my views from my channel right now is from my video editing videos. That's really funny to say that. But prior to that, it was my Linux videos that really got the most views. And that's the one that YouTube was pushing, which led to my channel growing so fast early on in my YouTube journey.
For serious YouTubers, check out TubeBuddy, the premier tool news at GeekOutdoors.com. Get more done today by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below.
And so that is what I'm going to test today. I'm going to see whether or not if you created a video that is related to more popular videos, whether or not that could still get you on the recommended and suggested area as it did in the past. And for most people who want to get more views or want to grow their channel, that's normally what they'll do. They'll actually go here to YouTube, look for the most popular videos, and then try to create videos similar to that. So when I mean similar, not just the topic, but also the titles, the thumbnails, the description, and even the tags. And even though it won't guarantee that your channel is going to get the type of views that these other channels do, if you could get a small percentage of that and get shown up here in the recommended and suggested area, that's definitely a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do this test, and maybe in a few weeks, I'm going to come back to this to see whether or not my Yakutia videos have really been helped because the YouTube algorithm decides to push it, or whether or not the YouTube algorithm already knows what people watch on my channel and it's basically going to do nothing and keep my views at where it is or maybe even lower. And so I think this is really helpful for YouTube creators who are just starting out, or people with smaller channels, or even people with larger channels who are simply not getting the views and the growth that they want or had in the past. So those are my thoughts on my Yakutia experiment. If you actually had any thoughts on this, whether you're very interested in this coldest city in the world, or you're interested in the YouTube side of things, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my YouTube tutorials, tips, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area as well. And come back in a few weeks whenever I do an update video on this to see whether or not we get this Yakutia views from all these other channels.
And if you're a creative geek like me and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.